10 after 9. We're going to go into executive session. We'll read that. Executive session, closed session, consultation pursuant to Texas Government Code. A, attorney-client privilege. B, 551.071 and 551.129, proposed purchase for public funds for Valverde County for public parks, recreational purposes of certain real and personal property located in the county. And C, 551.072, discussion regarding the purchase, exchange, lease, or value of real property regarding the proposed purchase of certain real property in Valverde County by Valverde County with public funds for public parks and recreational purposes, since deliberation in an open meeting regarding this matter would have a detrimental effect on the position of the Commissioners Court in negotiating with a third person. It's about 9:12. We'll go into executive session. This shouldn't take long, and we'll be right back. It's 10 till 10 or 9:50, whichever way you want to set. No action was taken, just a lot of discussion. We will go to item 10, payment of bills.
Motion to approve.
Second. Motion, Commissioner Middleton, second, Commissioner Flores. Anything else, Matt?
You've got everything you need.
For the payment of bills.
Good.
Yeah, everything's in there. As we discussed before, it's a new updated packet from what you received last week, but if you had those 3 invoices, that'll tie it up.
Okay.
All right.
We have a motion, Commissioner Middleton, second, Commissioner Flores. All those in favor? Aye. 5-0 vote. Sheriff, you here?
Yes.
We're going to go to item 20. Item 20, regulation of lot size for hunting with bows and arrows, firearms, and air guns in accordance with Texas Local Government Code 235, subchapters B and C, said regulations to replace any standing county regulation of this type.
Okay, Judge, I will make a motion to rescind order 12-0012 and to put into place an order that requires no hunting on less than 10 acres for bows, arrows, firearms, or air guns in accordance with Chapter 235, Subchapter B and C. Everybody needs to understand this only applies to platted subdivisions. It does not apply to anything that is not an existing platted subdivision.
I'll second the motion. I have a motion, Commissioner Middleton, second, Commissioner Flores. Do we have people want to make any comments? Y'all want to come up?
Got a bow and arrow you got in that box?
It's a surprise.
It's before y'all get started, if y'all will, before y'all get started, when y'all go to speak, if y'all just state your name, that we'll have it for the record, sir.
Thank you, Mr. President. Thank you.
Yes, sir.
Joe Joins, Commissioners. My name is Joey Boner. Good morning.
Morning.
I'm here to kind of discuss the regulations for the minimum acreage for discharging bow and arrows. And I think if you have this in front of you, this is the latest item, order number 12-0012. A couple of items that we want to kind of stress here is the fact that we need to have an order that is necessary to promote public safety. One item that we do have down there is hunts with bow and arrow on a lot that is 2 acres or less in size. We want to try to get that up to more than 10 acres. That's pretty important. The reason that I'm up here talking is I have some acreage on Goddard Lane. And I'm down there a lot by myself. doing a lot of work, driving the tractor, everything like that. I know where I am, but the people around me really may not know where I am. And I definitely don't know where they are, especially during hunting season. Over time, I've gone through and I've collected a little bit of an item here. This right here is what I found on my property. Most of these are from, I guess, just a regular bow. I'm not real sure where these are coming from. But if I'm out there, I would hate to be hit by one of these, especially as I mentioned before, some people that are around don't know where I am. I've got several of these. I found them in my fields, found them irrigating. Again, these things are pretty lethal, so forth. Last year, I picked up a couple of new ones. I noticed that the notch over here was pretty deep. I don't own a bow and arrow, so I don't know what these things are, but last year I found a couple of these short guys, and they tell me these are from crossbows. And found them together, and I'm pretty sure that these were shot across my property line. This scares me. I don't know how, what y'all think about it, but it scares the heck out of me. If I have an individual that does have, maybe some acres, 10 or more acres, I kind of know what's going on. So this pretty much is why I'm approaching y'all, and like I said, I found these on my property. I'm just kind of walking around now, turning around and watching my back and everything. So that's all that I have to say, but I did want to bring this up, okay?
Yes, sir, and real quick.
My motion is, in accordance with Chapter 235, we are allowed to regulate certain things when it comes to archery and firearms. We are allowed to go up to 10 acres, but only in platted subdivisions. If your area is not a platted subdivision, this county has no regulatory authority. So my motion was, in accordance with this, the areas that we do have authority to raise it to 10 acres or more for archery and for firearms, which would consist of, now when it says archery in the statute, I believe it does cover your crossbows, and then it covers air guns and all that. So this motion, but I want everybody to understand that we only have the authority granted us by the legislators. If we want to look at it on a countywide basis for doing something different, we need to go back in the next session and grant the county different authority. So if your area is not platted, this will not cover it. Okay?
Got to be.
And that's only because that's the authority granted to us.
Yes, sir.
It's not that we don't want to do it, it's just that's all we have.
I understand.
So this order, if it passes, would require you to have 10 acres or more in order to hunt with a gun, a bow and arrow, or anything like that.
Okay.
And this is the most we can do
I understand.
right now.
But we're bringing this to your attention.
No, we appreciate it.
And I understand, where you're coming from.
And I do think it's worth a conversation in the next legislative session that we look at this on a whole different level and look at getting the legislators to grant us additional authority to be able to look at this on a bigger goal. I still think 10 acres is too small for a rifle, my personal opinion. Unfortunately, they don't grant us that authority, but I think that, if you shoot a 7mm Magnum on a 10-acre tract, you're going to cover about 4 tracts of land or 5 before you get there. So I do think this is a conversation the court will have when we start talking about legislation for the next session, is for the state to really look at granting counties a little more authority to have some leniency here, because I agree with you, these are extremely dangerous. The reason this order got passed is somebody shot somebody's pet deer in their backyard out in La Caleta. I agree, and this would resolve some of it, but I do think this needs to be part of it.
So if you do have a platted subdivision, you have control.
Yes.
But like if I have a farm, it's just a farm, that's not a platted subdivision. Is that what you're saying?
Yes, sir.
How about the people across
If
from
that area was not platted into a subdivision, we have no regulatory authority. It's not that we don't want to, it's just we don't have that, which is why we'll need y'all's help in the next session to make sure that we get the authority we need to deal with this on a larger basis.
That's all we can do, just bring it.
But it's a start.
Thank you.
Mr. Quaglia?
I just kind of like to follow up what Mr. Bolner had to say.
Yeah, that way we can hear you.
So you can see me, hear me?
Hear you.
But I live out behind Wright Steakhouse in Lake Ridge Estates, and I have a similar concern as Mr. Bowler and Mr. Poya. I've got people running or jogging, or I'm out doing something by the barn, and my neighbor's
Shooting.
out there shooting his bow or whatever, or his 7-mag, whatever they feel like they can get away with. And it's just more of a safety concern than anything for the citizens of the county.
And some of your area out there is a platted subdivision, some of that area is not a platted subdivision.
Right.
And
Sure, I
so
understand.
some will be covered, some will not be covered,
Okay.
just so you understand.
And then also in those packets, maybe in the non-platted areas, there is, if you look, I believe it's the second or third page in those packets. It's in the Texas Parks and Wildlife Outdoor Annual.
Mhm.
It discusses projectiles, and it's under the first unlawful act,
Mhm.
is knowingly discharging a firearm where the projectile may cross a property line. I don't know if that's something that we need to get with the game wardens or
The game warden should be able to
local
enforce
authorities.
that. And I
enforce
think the
that.
sheriff can enforce that too.
And I don't know on the burden of proof, obviously if you have an arrow or there's a hole in something in your property, how do you prove where it came from or who did it? Obviously, it would be kind of obvious if it was an arrow from
Yeah.
next
A wounded
door.
animal with an arrow can travel.
Right, they can go, and
Or
even,
you know.
even with a firearm, we've all hunted, and most of us have hunted, and we know that you don't always make a perfect shot, and that they can still go forever. And a bow is the same way, so I think we're concerned with the waste of game and the public safety more than anything. Okay.
Thank you.
My name is Tommy Qualia, and I have property,
Thomas.
the vineyard, and also down on Guy Lane. And I just wanted to thank Mr. Nettleton, Commissioner Nettleton, that you've done this research and what we need to do to have this law changed. Because I own a quad 400, that's the Barnett, and in your packet there's specifications of it, and it says that if you fire a bolt, it's not called an arrow, it's called a bolt because it's shorter than an arrow. It will travel 345 feet a second, and that is completely out of the 2 acres or no. If you look down on the page, I wrote a 1 square acre is 208 by 208. If you have 2 acres square, it's 417. Well, none of them are square. They're oblong or whatever shape. So you're shooting a lethal weapon across property lines like that. And the game wardens say, well, we don't really enforce that. That's what they've told us. We've had deer walking around with arrows sticking out of them, and they said, well, if it's still alive, it'll fall out and they'll be okay. But they wouldn't do anything. And so this is true. We had
They have authority to do stuff, I don't know.
well, they have the authority, but they say,
but.
Joe Frank he's putting hot seat. They say, you should call the sheriff and they'll do something about it for you. So, but I would appreciate it, and if y'all will let us know when the time comes for the legislation to vote on something like this, we would really like to have it changed, because it is a dangerous situation, especially since South Bell Rail is growing, and the numbers that are growing. And thank you for listening to us this morning.
Thank y'all for showing up. Thank y'all. We have a motion, Commissioner Nettleton, second Commissioner Flores. All those in favor?
Aye.
5-0 vote.
Good draft in order. This is good draft in order, similar to this, so that we can have it on file for both of us. Excuse me.
Yeah.
Thank you. Are you, nothing started with the signing or anything? We're okay? Okay. All right. Item 7, subdivision plats. Item 8, certificates of compliance.
Question on that. I know we did a bunch of blanket certificate of compliance, which is why you don't have any. We did blankets.
Yes, there's a
Okay.
list, yes.
On that subdivision we discussed yesterday, is there a blanket certificate of compliance?
Not sure I have.
We need to check, because if we're issuing certificate of compliance without a blanket, they need to come before the court. And I'm not sure that subdivision is in compliance.
You want something to be put on the next agenda just to visit?
Well, the item of the certificates will be there, and then she can let us know if there is a blanket. And if there is, we probably need to undo it.
Item 9, monthly reports from elected officials.
Move.
Second. A motion, Commissioner Nettleton, second, Commissioner Flores. All those in favor?
Aye.
5-0 vote. Item 11, update on the Vietnam Wall. Request payment of a fee of $1,000 to bring the Vietnam Wall to Del Rio, Texas. Adrian?
How we doing?
Great, how are you doing?
Good morning, Judge. Good morning, Commissioners.
It's exciting to have this done.
Yes.
You said we're doing this at middle school, or what?
Yes, that's what we had originally had planned. We had thought that we could use the football field, however, the AstroTurf. The new wall that was built a couple of years ago requires stakes to be put into the ground. So
But
we're
you
going to
picked
need
3
grass.
sites.
What can we get this?
Well, that was one of the sites. It was,
Yes, and then we had talked about, the judge and I had talked about fairgrounds, so I discussed it with Cynthia Long, the director. And we came up with a pretty good conclusion, and it's there in the file of the soccer field out at the Del Rio Rams High School. It has bleachers on the side, it's big enough for the wall, and perfect for the homecoming ceremony if we would like to have one, which I would like to, on Saturday.
The school district is willing to allow us use of that?
Yes, I have an appointment with Dr. Rios Halloween, so tomorrow at 11.
And if not, we've got the baseball fields, Judge, they're off Frontera with bleachers and everything.
yeah.
You know, we got those.
The thing is the length of this deal.
Mhm.
Yes, 375 feet long. And it's also going to come along with like a museum van. They want us to park it close to the to the wall. That way they can hand out the pencils and the paper that they're going to use so that
Get the name.
people can, yes, they can write down the name or scratch in the name. They're also going to be going to the schools in the district the days before the wall is.
Do you know how many other counties in the state of Texas will be?
In the state of Texas, that actually comes out November 1.
Okay.
The new report, the new report is going to be.
Last year was 2
Two counties in the
counties
state
in
of
Texas.
Texas.
And Stevensville.
Mhm.
Wow.
It's impressive.
Last
You ought to
year.
get that here. I mean, it's very impressive.
Yes.
You need $1,000?
Yes, Judge.
I'll make a motion can we take that out of hotel motel tax?
You're bringing heads and beds.
Okay, so I'll make a motion to,
So,
It's due November 8th. Yes. So, the W-9 is in there. Everything that is that we need for the wall is in those packets, Commissioners, Judge. Matthew, if you need one, I can.
Due
make
November
one
8th,
as
you
well.
said?
November 8th, it's due?
we have, okay, so we're gonna need to, Matt, for you to pay this, are we gonna need to amend the bills to add it?
Yeah, we're gonna have to.
Calm down, it'll be all right. Only
I can dip into
$1,000.
my
Let's do this.
savings and then just pay them down.
Okay. You will get him all the information, Adrian.
Yes,
You'll
sir.
get him all the information. We're gonna go back to, item 10, and if, this will take care of that.
I'll amend my motion on paying bills to add the,
Yes, it's just a deposit due. The rest of it is, we have another payment due January 5.
and how much is it?
That's gonna be for
What's the total amount?
10,000.
And he brought that to the court,
Why don't we just approve the whole thing?
out of, hotel,
Hotel motel.
and they be paid as necessary?
Yes.
That's your
If you
motion.
want to pay it all at once.
It'll come before you next court.
The rest of it? Okay, well, let's do the one and then we'll do the
All right, I'll amend my motion on payment of bills to add the $1,000 deposits for the Vietnam Wall to come out of Hotel Motel Tax.
Second accept.
That was good. Get the giggles. I'm sorry. Slow down, right? I have a motion, Commissioner Nettleton, he added the bills, second did accept. All those in favor?
Aye.
It's 5-0 vote. Item number 12, introduction of Texas Veterans Claim Benefit Advisor from Texas Veterans Commission.
Yes, thank you again, Judge Commissioner. This is James Powell. He's going to be the Claims and Benefits Advisor for Del Rio. He's going to be helping take over the claims that we process through the Air Force. All of the active duty soldiers or airmen that get out or on the process of getting out, I have to do their claims. I no longer have to do that. He can.
Thank you.
And then the veterans that come in from Bracketville, from Sonora, from Rock Springs, he's going to be able to reach out to them. So he gets paid per diem from the state, no cost to us. But he'll be having an office space in our office so that it's just increasing the manpower of what we have. We'll be able to help more vets. And
We have room for him though?
Yes, Commissioner, yes, we do.
And we actually approved the office space a couple meetings back.
Yes, and I just wanted to formally introduce,
Thank you.
put a face to the name, and let you know what he's going to be doing for our county and our citizens.
I think it's phenomenal what y'all do for our vets. I wish that our legislators in Washington cared as much as y'all do.
Thank you, Commissioner, that means a lot.
Appreciate it.
Thank you so much for everything.
Thank y'all. Thank y'all so much.
Appreciate it. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Item 13, offer of office space to VA Department to assist surrounding counties, Laughlin, Air Force, whatever. Is this the same one that we'd already done, Adrian? Item 13? I know we'd approved office space for one of them. Is this just a duplicate?
No, every somebody's on a free space.
Yes.
Yes. Sorry about
Everybody's
that.
talking.
Yes, I don't know why that's on there like that.
Okay. You don't need it?
No, this is.
Yeah, this is what we'd already approved.
Yes.
Okay. No action taken. Matthew, item 14, auditor's report. Don't get too loud, I'll hang up on you. I'm sorry. I thought it was funny.
The audit report was just the bills and payments that we've already approved.
Motion to approve.
Second.
Have motion, Commissioner Nettleton, second Commissioner Flores, all those in favor?
Aye.
5-0 vote. Item 15, budget adjustments for fiscal year 2018-2019, budget for available appropriations for $1,300 to attorney, $1,700 to autopsy, and $31,413.40 to utilities. And this will close out last year? Or what is it?
It may. We were not closing out last year until the end of next month.
This is on top of what we did at the last meeting?
Correct, it is. These utilities, this should clean up utilities for the year.
Why were they over what, we've always been pretty good on utilities. What happened this go around?
Well, we've got a brand
Did
new
everybody
building
know,
over there. that
nobody
we're
turned their
taking
lights
care
out
of.
or?
We had record heat, I don't know.
And where are we gonna get this from?
But we did adjust for this next year, we increased utilities by 10%. So
Okay, where are we getting this?
Well, in your packet right there, there's some highlighted numbers. of
Yeah, but I thought we
appropriations
used
that we're
those
not
the other day.
No, that's a brand new number. That's a brand
Okay,
new
that's
number.
after what we approved
Correct.
out of these line items?
Correct, that was pulled today.
All right, motion to approve, taking it out of the non-departmental memberships, animal control feed, non-departmental insurance, parks, building, maintenance, contract services. Is there enough there to do all that?
There is.
I have a motion, Commissioner Nettleton, second Commissioner Flores, all those in favor?
Aye.
5-0 vote. Would y'all mind if we take a 5-minute break?
Now you got the giggle
I got to get up and go lap outside. We're gonna take a 5-minute break, we'll back in 5 minutes. Yeah.
You took the wrong field.
I guess we will start with item 16, execution of documents for retention of, what is it? Cascos and Associates PC for FYE, for fiscal year 2019 audit.
Move.
Second.
And motion, Commissioner Nettleton, second, Commissioner Flores. All those in favor? 5-0 vote. Item 17, approval of burn ban for 3 months due to extreme dry conditions in the county.
Second.
Motion, Commissioner Flores, second, Commissioner Nettleton. All those in favor? 5-0 vote. Item 18, Human Resource Monthly Report from October 15, 2019 to October 30th, 2019.
We're all good? Motion to approve.
Second.
Motion, Commissioner Nettleton, second, Commissioner Vasquez. All those in favor? Aye?
Aye.
5-0 vote. Authorization for newly appointed tax assessor collector to attend training. Let's go to the other one. Mr. Thompson. Want to?
Yep.
We're gonna go to item 23 before we go to item 19, that way we know who's there. Appointment of tax assessor collector to serve through December 31st, 2020. I'll entertain a motion.
Motion to approve. Roy Muscat Jr.
Judge, I will not be voting on this item. I know some of the commissioners interviewed some of the candidates. I didn't interview any, nobody asked me to interview any of the candidates, so I will be abstaining from voting.
Second that motion, Judge.
Okay, I have a motion, Commissioner Nettleton, second, Commissioner Wardlaw. All those in favor?
Aye.
4-0 vote with 1 abstention. Commissioner Flores abstained. Now let's go back to item 19. Authorization for newly appointed tax assessor collector to attend required training.
Motion to approve and take that as a training in the tax assessor's office.
Second.
I have a motion, Commissioner Nettleton, second, Commissioner Flores. All those in favor? 5-0 vote.
Congratulations, Mr. Master.
Condolences.
Yeah. We've done item 20. We've done item 20. We're going to go to item 21. Authorization to purchase 4 Dell Latitude 7212 laptops out of the operation supplies line item in the amount of $7,864.60. Commissioners Court previously approved the purchase of 3 units at its 8/21/2019 meeting.
Ram, this is not part of our replacement program? This is outside that.
These were outside. I reviewed and approved the configuration.
Money?
Operating?
It's coming out of this year's budget. We approved the court back in August, and we thought we had the money there, but it wasn't there at that time, so the court approved it. There was, I think, some miscommunication between our office and I believe the auditor's office, if I'm not mistaken.
Miscommunication, as in we didn't have enough money?
No, I didn't get all the facts, but anyhow. So.
Was it coming out of this year or last?
This year. It's coming out of this year's. Yeah, it's coming out of this year's budget.
Matt said, no.
Did I start this? I mean,
Motion to approve.
I have a motion, Commissioner Nettleton, second, Commissioner Flores. All those in favor?
Aye.
5-0 vote. You like that one, right? Item 22, enforcement of chapter 683 of the Transportation Code regarding abandonment of vehicles. Sure.
Okay, I think there was discussion of this item wanted to be placed on the agenda, or creating a county ordinance, but there's something in the Transportation Code. It's kind of lengthy, but there's something here that gives us
The authority.
the authority to do it. There's steps that must be followed, so it's going to be taxing on our office to engage in a full-out operation to do something like this, but we're going to set a plan together, and I'll present that to the court at a later time. But there's something here that the county doesn't have to put a ordinance in place. There's there's a statute in place in the Transportation Code that gives us that authority.
Is this something that our code compliance office can assist you with?
No,
This one is just for that.
that highlighted.
I mean, to find locations, get you whatever information you need to, I mean, not necessarily do it, I'm talking assist you in doing it. Or whatever.
They can probably point out certain things, but I don't want to get into something that is going to be overburdened to our office, because the statute's you have to there's a lot of steps involved.
And that's the reason I was saying
It'll be, just like the animal control, it'll be overwhelming. So I think that, first off, we educate the public that, we're gonna be enforcing this statute and see if there's, self-compliance from the citizens of our community to, you know, if they got a car out in the middle of the street or in front of the street or in an alley, that they take the action to get it removed, and we set a date later on. I'd like to come up with a plan to present to the court, and, you know, something, I don't wanna start something that we're gonna fail at. So I wanna be able to be successful, and I think that we educate our community that we need to clean up our streets.
But as of today, though, that if we do have a nuisance and it is something great, you do have the teeth to go take care of it.
Yes.
So to clean up the streets, are junker vehicles included in this?
Yes, sir.
That's them.
Any kind of a junker vehicle on private property?
Nope.
Not private. Not private.
Judge, we have an abatement order in place at county level. Abandoned vehicles don't fall in this category?
I haven't reviewed it recently.
Yeah,
so I
because
don't
we
know.
have an abatement order.
Yeah,
You notify the owner, you have 30-day notice, certified letter.
Yeah, but that might be something co-compliance can do.
Yeah, that's something they get now.
We do have an abatement order. I mean,
Okay.
I don't know if that includes abandoned vehicles or not, but we do have an
No, we had an order, but the process is really, really lengthy. This process right here won't take as long, and we'll be able to get them moved out,
Okay.
especially if you see something that is a danger.
And Sheriff, you don't need assistance in reporting the vehicles, right? That's not where you need the assistance. It's everything that happens after.
Everything that happens afterward, because you gotta notify the registered owner, the lien holders, certified mail, you know, within 10 days, and there's also things that the garage keeper needs to do also, so that's why, you know, there's a whole statute, I gave you all a copy of it.
You're gonna have to store these things and everything, right?
Sir?
You're gonna have to store them.
Whoever
There's a
picks them
time
up-
frame.
No, we don't have to,
No, whoever picks them up will have to
And
store.
how do they recoup their costs?
it's in the statute.
Auction.
They'll end up keeping the vehicle.
There's a process for them also. It's all in the statute.
But if we see something today, I mean, and we don't go out and pick 1,000 cars or 100 cars tomorrow. If we see a vehicle today that we've been having issues with, then
We can tag it, start notifying.
Thank you,
Would
sir.
like to get with a print media so they can put something out, and maybe they can help us, and maybe get some people to, you know, comply on their own, in cleaning up some of these issues.
The print media would be happy to.
I like that. Thank you. Item 23, we've done. Item 24, issuance of county cell phone and credit card to Carlos Velarde, county engineer.
Motion to approve?
Have a motion, Commissioner Flores, second Commissioner Vasquez. All those in favor? 5-0 vote. Item 25, Alberta County, City of Del Rio interlocal agreement as required by TDA for the 2019 Texas CDBG Colonial Construction Fund grant application, seeking authorization for the county judge to sign.
Move.
Second.
A motion, Commissioner Nettleton, second Commissioner Flores. All those in favor?
Judge, I have a question on that.
Yes, sir.
What is the dollar amount on this grant?
Carl?
Commissioner of the county submitted an application in the amount of $1 million.
Okay.
Split amongst three precincts.
3
or 2?
3. Precinct 1, Precinct 2, and Precinct 4.
Is that okay?
No, not really, but it's okay for right now.
Are we good, Commissioner?
Yeah, no, I'm fine.
Okay.
Thank you.
Ratify LexisNexis contract with Valverde County LexisNexis for the use at the office of the Valverde County Attorney. They've got money.
Motion to approve.
Second.
A motion, Commissioner Nettleton, second Commissioner Vasquez. All those in favor?
Aye.
5-0 vote. Item 27, remove requirements that Commissioners Court approve capital purchases and funds already available in the requesting department's budget. I put this thing on the agenda, I guess just for clarity, it isn't so people can be spending money out of their capital, or be spending money for capital improvements or vehicles or whatever out of their operating. It would be just for funds that have been set aside for capital improvement.
I would still prefer they come before the court. But that's up to the court.
I hear a motion?
I'll make the motion.
Second. A motion, Commissioner Flores, second Commissioner Wardlaw. All those in favor?
Aye.
All those against?
All right.
4-1 vote. Commissioner Nettleton voted against. Item 28, appointment new members to Homicide Zoning. Since all members' positions have expired, I don't know whether y'all have nominees. If not, I can put it on for the next Commissioners Court, but it's something that we do need to talk about. Y'all give me direction. If y'all don't have members, we'll put it on in 2 weeks.
How many members do we need to replace, Judge?
All of them have expired.
How many are they?
There is, every commissioner gets to pick one and the county judge gets to pick one.
Okay.
Y'all want to table it and bring it back?
Yes, sir. Motion to table.
Second.
Have a motion, Commissioner Flores, second Commissioner Vasquez. All those in favor?
Aye.
5-0 vote. Okay. Item 29. I don't know why I circled. Accepting resolution to cast votes for members of Valverde County Appraisal District Board of Directors, George Martin Wardlaw, Kerr Martin Wardlaw. We have a combination of 2,475 votes. We can't split them exactly down the middle, but we can do half and half as close as possible.
Motion to approve.
Got correction on that, Judge.
Sure.
There's no Martin to it.
On either one of them?
No.
Okay, George Wardlaw and Kerr Wardlaw.
But they're related, right?
Hey, inside.
Okay.
Depends on what day of every week it is.
Commissioner Nettleton, there'll be one vote more. We give it to George?
Yes, that's fine.
We'll split the votes at 1,238 for George and 1,237 for Kerr. All those in favor, we have a motion. Can we get a second? I'm just going to.
Second.
Have a motion, Commissioner Nettleton, second Commissioner Flores. All those in favor?
Aye.
4-0 vote, one abstention. All right, awesome. Approved payment of pending Weber construction invoice. Commissioner Flores?
Yes, Judge, what happened here, my foreman failed to get an open PO for this service. So I'd like to make a motion that we approve this invoice.
This is
Pay
back,
it.
this is back from,
It's back from last fiscal year.
and what's it gonna get paid out of?
Can you explain that, Commissioner?
This is from March and from January.
Yeah.
How
We
many-
send this particular equipment to Weber. Weber couldn't fix it. They worked on it. So they ended up sending San Antonio. And San Antonio fixed it. But Weber was gonna carry the whole invoice, so they billed us for it. And they billed us a little late, and that's why we have this situation.
So it's coming out of your budget for this year.
Yes, from this budget, from this year.
Okay, so you want to pull from this current year
Yes.
budget,
Yes.
even though it's a prior year
Yes.
encumbrance, which happened because there was no PO in place.
Yes.
Yes,
So
sir.
there was no budget to take care of it from prior year.
That's right.
Okay.
Is that a motion?
Yes.
Second.
Have a motion, Commissioner Flores, second Commissioner Nettleton. All those in favor? Aye. People are really getting testy about this. Item 31, award bid for construction of Frontera Road. This thing has been pushed back for the 12th of November, so we can table it.
Motion to table.
Have a motion, Commissioner Nettleton, second Commissioner Flores. All those in favor?
Aye.
5-0 vote. Contract with Coastline Rail Engineering LLC for the project management of the Frontera Road project and seeking authorization for county to judge. This one here, if we could bring it back also.
Table for that.
Yeah.
Second. Is that a
A
motion?
motion table, yes. A motion, Commissioner Flores, second Commissioner Nettleton. All those in favor?
Aye.
And just for, everybody's information, let's go back to the 31. And then there were some questions, and Dunn was trying to answer them. Is that right?
That's correct. They made some corrections to the specifications on Friday, prior to Monday's deadline, so it wasn't enough time for all the contractors to go back and evaluate their bids. Most bids were probably already en route to us. So, TxDOT and the team here got together and requested an extension for the bids. So we were granted that through TxDOT, so therefore November 12th will be the opening of the bids for the construction.
Mr. Musti, I have a question. Denenbaum failed to provide sufficient information, right, on this contract?
The contractors will call in and they had questions, and then by the time Denenbaum gave them all the answers and then made an adjustment to the scope of work and the specification, there wasn't enough time for the contractors to calculate if there was any cost implications in the adjustments.
So it wasn't any one person's fault?
No. No, it was one of those deals that just, the way the timing worked out, it just happened. TxDOT, after, like he said, after the team visited with TxDOT, they thought it was in best interest just to be fair and make sure that we got the best bid, that we postponed till the 12th, and TxDOT agreed. All the questions have been answered.
As far as I know,
Everything's
yes.
been sent. I have not seen any new questions.
Everyone that downloaded the specifications has been contacted, and they have confirmed that they received the addendum.
And I will tell you that this project has moved along. So if we get our bids and we end up awarding everything, I think Commissioner Flores, probably the 1st of January is what you said?
Yes, sir.
Okay. All right.
It'll take off.
All right, item 33, capital purchase by IT Department of the 2019-2020 Computer Refreshment Program. Computers not to exceed budgeted amount of $76,000. All incremental costs for specialty requirements will be funded by a fund designated by Commissioners Court.
This should be our IT director, Ramiro Barrera, put together a plan for all the CPUs to be on a rotation on a replacement basis. Originally, they were set at a certain price to replace. Subsequent to that, maybe a department head or someone required additional specialty equipment to be put on those PCs. Well, that plan does not cover the incremental cost that the department head made on that decision of upgrading it. We're going to replace the base unit, and then any special upgrades or softwares that need to go in there come out of the department budget, not out of the.
I'll make a motion to approve, and any of the upgrades come out of their own operating, or their department's budget.
Second.
Have a motion, Commissioner Nettleton, second Commissioner Flores. All those in favor?
Aye.
5-0 vote. Item 34, approve county court at law to purchase 5 light-duty room dividers to separate inmates from general public while in court for a price of $2,732 and to be paid from courthouse security account.
Motion to approve.
I have a motion, Commissioner Flores, second Commissioner Vasquez. All those in favor?
Aye.
5-0 vote. Item 35, contract with consultant Stan Wachowski to participate in the 2020-2021 program, year 22E rate program for the library. Judge to sign.
Second.
Have a motion, Commissioner Nettleton, second Commissioner Flores. All those in favor?
Aye.
5-0 vote. Item 36, authorization to conduct a local surplus silent auction. This will comply?
It will comply, yes. It's not
Motion
silent
approved.
because you write down your bid and you turn it in.
Second.
Not because we're trying to not voice.
Have a motion,
What
Commissioner.
Okay.
Go, I have a motion, Commissioner Nettleton, second Commissioner Flores. Commissioner Flores, you have a question?
What surplus items or anything in general?
This is just surplus items that are left over, like desks, filing cabinets, shelving.
And a bunch of that,
The small
all that
stuff.
stuff we'd already declared.
Yeah, it's already been declared, yes. Yes, sir.
I have a motion, Commissioner Nettleton, second Commissioner Flores. All those in favor?
Aye.
5-0 vote. Item 37, declare the following items as surplus property. Proper disposition. Disposition may, but not limited to, the auction, reassigned, recycled, and/or destroyed. 1991 F700 6-yard dump truck, precinct 3. 1992 F700 6-yard dump truck, precinct 3. 24 cubic yard mate belly dump, precinct 2. 20 cubic yard mate belly dump trailer, precinct 2.
I'll make a motion to approve, but I want to set a limit on the 91 and the 92, that if they don't sell for more than 4,500, we'll re-auction or keep.
I'm going to put a reserve on it.
Reserve.
4,500. Have a motion, Commissioner Nettleton,
Second.
second Commissioner Vasquez. All those in favor?
Aye.
5-0 vote. And both dump trucks that Commissioner Nettleton mentioned are in his precinct. 38, authorization to proceed with the request for proposal for construction and geotechnical testing on Frontera Road project and the appointment of a selection committee. We're going to go out for the proposals and the committee.
Motion to approve, and who's our committee now? We had somebody appointed, it was you and Matt and Tom?
These two, and
Roland.
Roy. We can do, Roy, Matt,
I'd like the
Tom and myself. An engineer?
I'd like to get the engineer.
That's work. That'll work. A motion?
Second.
A motion, Commissioner Nettleton, second, Commissioner, Flores. Before we get on, when you brought up engineer, he's already gone out to a couple of projects to help. I think it was a good decision that y'all made in hiring him, so thank y'all. Have a motion, Commissioner Nettleton, second, Commissioner Flores. All those in favor?
Right.
5-0 vote.
Confirm the
It'll
committee.
be, Matt, Roy, Tom, Carlos, and myself.
Thank you.
I tried to do the last names, but I have a hard time with the names. Item 39, authorized purchase of 4 additional door access points for the Fitzpatrick Building at a cost to exceed $6,000 and to pay from courthouse security. Is there 4 or is there 2? Somebody brought, there's 2.
Two.
What are we
4
doing?
doors, 2 entrances, I'm sorry.
Okay, so before we take off on this, is the cost still $6,000?
Not to exceed 6,000.
Okay, but the cost is 6, even though that you're saying it's 2 entrances, 4 doors.
10,197.02.
So why 6?
No, that's for the 2.
Okay, I'm confused.
The 6 is,
Is for the 4.
4 doors?
Yes, it's 55, 56.
Ram, would you come up? That way we sort of get you here and y'all can figure this out.
What is so great about these doors that they're 10 grand?
The original design,
What kind of door are they?
I'm sorry?
What kind of door? You're talking about just a regular door
No,
that
sir,
you open?
secure access. Automatically
mag
lock
lock.
the building.
Are they
bulletproof?
No. The doors are there, all report purchasing is when they lock and unlock, with the secure access. Is that
Due to
right?
the amount of traffic that,
You're talking about the electronic one, the card swiping system.
the mag lock, yeah.
to be included into the
And
automated
it's 10 grand to add those to the existing doors.
10 grand to include 4. It's 5,500 to do the 2 outside ones, and the difference was the 2 inside ones.
This says 2.
This is
Unless I'm
for
missing
the
something.
4 access control installations.
On the raceway, on the installations.
So it's this 10,197 should be for,
Hey, y'all keep on, I'm not taking
it
up.
will be clarified.
Yeah. But 6,000 to come out of courthouse security,
Where's the rest of it coming from?
building maintenance.
Whoa,
Whoa.
yeah.
Uh-uh.
Okay, so then the alternative is just have the 2 exteriors hooked up electronically, and 2 interiors would have to be manual.
That is correct.
Okay.
So that.
Why, what, courthouse security's out of money?
No, of course, we're talking about interior doors that don't access.
Yeah,
The
they
courthouse.
access the tax collection office, and we approach the tax collection office.
So you're talking about the doors that go into the tax office?
Yeah.
We're not gonna be able to get in them?
Only on one of them. The other one does have the access on there, which is, it sounds kind of crazy.
So if I go there and pay my
If you have 4
taxes, I can
doors-
still walk through the door?
If you have 2 doors, you should be able to use both doors, right? If not, why do you have 2 doors?
Yeah.
So now, you have to lock one for the other one to work. Which is,
Okay, the doors that come in the outside, that people walk into the tax office to pay their taxes, is not gonna have anything on it.
yes, they are, the
So how are they
exterior doors
going
are.
to get in?
So the difference is they're managed or unmanaged. The 4 outside glass doors, we're proposing them to be managed by the system. The 4 inside glass doors, 2 will be managed and 2 will be unmanaged, so they will remain locked. The problem has been,
John Q. Public walks in and wants to pay their taxes.
they walk in through one door.
Yeah, but they always open the one that's locked,
But you
which
say,
irritates them.
There are signs on the door now that say, use this door.
yeah, but
And this other door says,
okay. I think we're all gonna have the same concern.
Yeah.
When they come in and try to pay their bill, at 4:30, those doors, as they're coming in, they're gonna be locked.
Yes.
So anything after.
4:30?
At what time? I mean, how do they get in? I mean, that's the concern that everybody has. I mean, I think the
4:30.
concern, last meeting, was brought up, that we wanna make sure that you don't have to jump through everything just to get in and pay a bill. Right?
Exactly.
And I think that's
Have you
going to
looked
be the
at
whole
this at
concern of the
length?
court.
Have you looked at this at length since this is going to be your department?
The external can be programmed to shut off automatically, to shut the doors automatically at whatever time you tell it to. They're programmable, the outside security ones. To come into the tax office can also be programmed, but I'm saying there's two doors to come into the tax office from the foyer, and one of them's locked and the other one.
So we're gonna spend $10,000 because somebody can't get up from their chair and walk over there with a key and lock a door?
Oh, absolutely. Oh, I mean, I'm sorry, it sounds bad, but it's part of a security system. It's part of, it's automation, sir.
Yeah, but come on now. We're pushing the automation envelope
No,
here.
but
The problem there,
What's in that
that department has
security
a lot of traffic. I mean, plates and taxes. There's a lot of people in and out.
I understand.
I mean, you can't put a stop to them.
Let's do this.
I mean,
We have a new tax assessor, let him.
Let's do this. Would y'all mind tabling this until the commissioners have an opportunity to visit with y'all? Anybody make a motion?
I'm okay with courthouse security to a point, but when it hampers the public's ability to access their elected officials and the people they need to, then I have a
If you
problem with
don't,
it.
if you don't have these type locks on there in security, you can't use a
Okay.
swipe.
We have a motion, Commissioner Vasquez, second by Commissioner Wardlaw, to table until we get more information.
Okay.
Everybody okay with that?
Yeah.
Can you let us know what's in the security account?
Right now?
Yeah.
33,000.
How much was in it when we started?
161. However, your fees are going to double January 20th, so.
So we just keep spending?
Yeah, so.
Like his answer, yeah.
Yeah, keep spending, it'll be all right.
All right, we tabled that one. Item 40, authorized purchase of 7 additional cameras for 63rd, 83rd District Courts at a cost not to exceed $5,000 and to pay from courthouse security.
And we know it's 5,000.
Yes.
Yes, motion to approve.
second.
That motion, Commissioner Nettleton, second Commissioner Flores, all those in favor?
Right.
5-0 vote. Item 41, authorization to repost bid for construction phase of Frontera Road project to allow all interested participants time to validate and verify all amendments. Do we need this? 'Cause you were gonna
It's
say
just
that
a
anyway.
formality.
Motion to approve.
A motion, Commissioner Nettleton,
Second the motion.
second Commissioner Vasquez, all those in favor? 5-0 vote. Authorization to proceed with the request for qualifications for professional bond counsel services and the appointment of a selection committee.
Make a motion to go out for requests for proposals for bond counsel and financial advisor. And, use, I guess, the same. What committee do you want to use?
Do I have a second?
Well, we don't need,
Second the motion.
Well,
we don't need
let's,
an engineer on this.
well, put yourself on it then.
Whichever. then.
Put yourself on it. Okay.
And the financial advisor as well?
And financial advisor.
Same committee.
Well, the engineer don't need to be on there, we need somebody else. Commissioner Nettleton will be there, he's usually, all right? That changed Catalyst to Bo. I have a motion, Commissioner Nettleton,
Second.
second Commissioner Vasquez. Before we get into this, would one of the other commissioners want to be on this committee, and I don't need to be on it, y'all tell me. If one of the other commissioners want to be on this committee to pick. Because it has to come back to the court anyway. Before we have a motion, but I didn't ask.
No, I'm fine.
Y'all okay?
I'm okay.
Yes? Did you want to be on this committee?
No committee.
No committee.
One final I am.
I have a motion, Commissioner Nettleton, second Commissioner Vasquez, all those in favor?
Aye.
Aye,
So
5-0.
so you're still on there?
You're still on.
Okay.
I tried to get off.
You did.
Executive session items that may result in action in open session. Before we get in that, because she might be gone, Karen might leave, I'm gonna go to judge's comments real quick. I will tell y'all that what we've been working on, and again, I might start crying, I don't know what I took the wrong pill or what, yeah. But, what the county has done with this SE Ranch and moving forward with it, is unbelievable. The help that we've gotten from everybody here, the team, unbelievable. We could not have done it if we had not worked together. I did get hung up on one time, but other than that, there's nothing that we're gonna accomplish if we all pull apart. Differences of opinion are good. But at the end of the day, if we can just set that aside, voice your opinion, and let's move on. But there's no way that without the team, everybody that's in this room and the individuals that we hired, this would not have gotten done in a timely manner. And we would still be out there looking at this piece of property that, we have not purchased. So that's my judge's comments. I'm gonna go on, executive session items that may result in action in open session thereafter. 43, closed session consultation pursuant to Texas Government Code, A, 551.071, parentheses 2, attorney-client privilege, B, 551.071 and 551.129, proposed purchase with public funds of Valverde County for public parks, recreational purposes of certain real and personal property located in the county, and C, 551.072, discussion regarding the purchases, exchange, lease, and value of real property regarding the proposed purchase of certain real property in Valverde County, by Valverde County, with public funds for public parks and recreational purposes, since deliberation in an open meeting regarding this matter would have detrimental effect on the position of the Commissioners Court in negotiation with a third party. We'll take a 5-minute break, and then we'll go in executive session. It is 5 till 11. We'll come back into session. It's 11:45. I'm going to go back and revisit item 27. Commissioner Wardlaw, did you have a question on this? On item 27, I think you're the one that, I think Gus made a motion and you seconded the motion.
Your motion was to
approve capital purchases without having to come to the court for approval.
That was your motion.
That was my motion.
Could we amend that, Judge?
You can ask,
You'd have to amend it.
yeah. you can ask-
I'm not gonna amend my motion. The simple reason is that if we need to buy a tractor tomorrow and we have the money, all we gotta do is get the PO, purchase order going, or, get 3 bids and move on. I mean, we have to wait for a meeting to get
Commissioner,
certain items approved.
without cutting it off, if you amended your motion that the money would come out of only capital expenditures,
Oh, okay.
could you do that?
Yeah, I will amend my motion
Would
that
you
money
please
comes
say
out
that?
of capital expenditures.
That the money comes out of your capital expenditure money. Would you accept that?
I don't believe there's anything with that critical. I still think the court needs to know what people are doing.
Don Well, he's amended his motion, second accepts, and we'll go back for a vote right now. All in favor?
Aye.
All against?
All right.
4-1 vote. Commissioners' comments, any? Judge's comments, that earlier, meeting's adjourned, 12 o'clock.